Hello, this is Coach Callahan, and I just pushed play. So as I'm doing my hair, we can talk. Um, and as I was sitting right here, doing my hair, I was thinking to myself, mind you, I'm 36 years old. Um, and let's see, I want to say that I was probably maybe in elementary school. I don't know how old I was, but I was young, right? And my grandparents, they had a trailer um on this long road. And it's crazy because back then the road was so long. It felt like it took forever to get to the bottom of it. But now when I pass by there, they done closed it up to the point where you can't see a driveway. It don't seem as long like it was back then, which is weird. But I've grown up, and things that were smaller, what was longer to me back then is shorter to me now because of um I was smaller back then. Now I'm bigger, right? We're taller, whatever. Um but I will never forget being down there, waking up in the morning, the way the sunset was. It was so perfect. It was so perfect. Looking out the window, and it was just so bright. It looked so beautiful, right? Waking up to smelling breakfast food, um, bacon, eggs, the smell of toast. My papa used to always fix collard greens, smelling that smell. Um, I don't remember my great grandma all as well. Like, matter of fact, I don't remember her at all. I do. I seen her, like, one picture of her, um, in the living room where me, my twin sister, and my papa took a picture, and she was like in the kitchen. We was in the living room, and I could see her back there. But I never personally kind of like knew her. Like, I don't have a a flashback or anything like that I've had an encounter with her or anything like that. So I wish I would have known her because the stories that I hear, she was a phenomenal woman, right? Um, but I do remember my papa. I do remember my papa. When he passed away, I was grown. My daughter, which she's 15 now, she was around 4 or 5 or so. So I knew my papa. But anyways, let me jump back into the story. I didn't got all topic. He used to always fix collard greens. They used to sit there and they used to pick them, and they used to pluck off the stuff or whatever. I never got in the kitchen or whatever. But they used to, you know how you make collard greens, take the stem out, you know what I'm saying, put them on in there, whatever. And they used to do the peas too. But I say all that to say times has changed. And sometimes you reminisce back on the times where times was good, you know? And it's just like sometimes you want to go back to those times, but those times are already gone. We used to have like honeysuckles, the little honeysuckles outside that we used to pick. And I mean, as kids, we picked them off and we licked them, and it tastes like honey. We used to have the cherry trees. Now I never ate no cherries or whatever. I seen blueberries on the trees, all that stuff. I don't see that stuff now. Where did it go to? Where did it go to? But anyways, let's get back on waking up and it's so beautiful outside. I want to give y'all a picture of what it looks like. opening the window, opening the curtains, right? Looking out. You can see the red mixing in with the yellow, which is making it like a kind of like a blood orange in between. The breeze, if you go outside, it was so perfect. I remember that. I remember the smell that was outside. I remember the smell that was inside with the food being cooked. My papa, my grandma, and my aunt in the kitchen as I'm in the living room looking outside of the window. Now, with how the house was, the window was right here. We had a sofa right here underneath the window, and then you had a chair right here in the corner. I remember being on the floor looking out, and then I'll get on the sofa. And then we had two doors, one at each end. This one over on this side was never used. But you could go out there, but it was never used. We mostly used the other door. Like experiences like that, flashbacks like that. And you sit back and you think, dang, times has changed. And the change is good, but still some changes you wish that, was still around. You know what I'm saying? And I miss that. And it's amazing how our minds can go back to different memories. We are the highest version God has created. And it brings me back to that. God has created us in the likeness, in the image of Him. We are His highest creations. That should put fire in you. Anything that you miss or anything that you want to create, God has given us the power to do so. So just like I'm sitting here talking about change has happened, and I wish that, I could go back to that time or smell that smell. It would never be like that, but I can always recreate it, right? Well, not create, going outside looking at that. Well, maybe if I wake up at 6, I don't know what time it was then, but if I wake up at 5:46, whenever the sun is rising, maybe I'll see that, If I can get my grandma in here to fix some collard greens, maybe I can smell that. If I can get her in here to fix some bacon, some toast, some eggs, I will smell that. And I can't get my papa in here because he's gone. And I can't be in that home. The home is still up, but it's not fixed where you can go in. I don't know what's in there, and I don't want to find out what's in there. But I say all that to say, moments, memories shall be cherished. Time is valuable. Like my aunt, at every event, she's always taking pictures. I'm a picture person too. She's always taking pictures. And look, y'all, I done stopped doing my hair. But anyway, she's always taking pictures, right? For memories. She understood the assignment. For memories. Because memories, time is very valuable. And I understand that now. And it's so much stuff that we can be doing. A lot of people, including myself, we wake up to, if you got kids, you get the kids ready to do whatever we got to do and go to work. For real, work consumes most of our time unless you are in business for yourself. If you're working for a company, that company consumes either 8 hours or 12 hours of your life. Unless you're doing overtime, then it'll be a little bit more. But what I'm saying is that's crazy. The time that we are at work or we're doing something for other people, we can be we can be creating things for ourselves. Memories with our family members. Memories that they would not forget. You know what I'm saying? Going on trips, doing things that you've never done before, eating different foods, trying different foods, setting back, creating things as memories. I love to draw. I paint a little bit, but I love to draw. Um, I did a couple pairs of jeans where, on the fabric, you paint on the fabric. Um, I love it. I love it. But I don't have the time to do a lot of it, you know? Um, but man, I was just sitting right here, just thinking of that moment. I will never forget that moment at my family house. The smell, what I seen. Now we talking about the senses now. That just popped up in my mind. Holy Spirit just said that your senses, what you hear, what you smell, what you see, what you can touch. It's another one. And I can't think it right now. But anyways, y'all get what I'm saying. Your senses. I think it's 5 senses. I believe it's 5 senses. And I only said 4. So I'm missing one. But I'm not gonna stop and pause because I'm missing one. But anyways, but yeah. It's so many memories I have down there at that family house. It's so many memories. And I won't say all of them on here. But if y'all like this video, y'all let me know because I can tell y'all more about my family house and what I experienced being down there. With my uncles, with my aunts, with my mother, with my grandmother, with my papa. It was great experiences. Great experiences. We had a guy, his name was Abe. There was my papa's friend. He was a friend of the family. He was always around too. I remember him. I remember what he looks like and everything. It's so many memories that I remember down there. So many memories. And God just put something in my spirit. And God, I heard you. I heard you. But I just wanted to come on this video and just share that with you all. Change happens. Change is good, but sometimes it be the changes that you want to go back to. But we can always recreate those memories for our family. You know what I'm saying? The new family that we have created. If you have kids or a husband or whatever the case may be, extended family of that other family if you're married. But we can create it again. It won't be just like that one, but it'll be similar. And man, always remember, God has created us with a purpose. We are his highest form of creation. And we are made in the likeness and the image of God. And this is Coach Callahan. And I see y'all in the next video. Y'all be blessed.